Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, you're right now calling it to me, Dallin, and yesterday we had the first semi-final in the Eurovision Song Contest of 2018. And first off, I gotta say, great job by Portugal. It's already more entertaining in a way than Kiev. So I gotta say, you're doing a really great job so far. Really like the host, really like the production around it. Yes, maybe some segments were too long, but it's also sometimes that happens. Sometimes you don't do the right time management, so that happens. And also maybe some issues were happening that made you have to fill time, although it seemed, you know, everything was really planned. So I'm not sure if that was like a backup in case anything happened, or it was like, okay, we want to have 15 minutes of overtime with board games. But what we then got was, of course, some funny skits with Cyprus, which was great. And we gotta talk about Cyprus. Everyone is talking about Cyprus. If you want to discuss last night's semi-final, you have to talk about Cyprus. The whole world is talking about Cyprus. And why is that? Why is it that Cyprus last week wasn't even mentioned, and this week it's mentioned on everyone's lips? Well, it came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. FUEGO is an amazing anthem. It was such a big pop banger. This is huge, and it's such a like excellent show. I was worried about this song in case of how they were going to do the staging. I felt maybe they will go too close to the video. A video I was never really a fan of, except for when she blew up the car. But what happened was you had one amazing performance, and I gotta say something that really shocked me about Cyprus this year is the fact that this is one of the few times when a dancing number has worked. I usually think dancing for a vocalist really doesn't work. I think it makes you lose your breath more, so you know you need to save your voice. But Eleni, she didn't need to say that voice. Her voice is just saving the world, and it's keeping it so real, and the dancing elevated that. And I gotta say, those who came up with this staging, what a brilliant job. After like 40 seconds it gets kind of stale, and then everything turns around. Then you get like 4 more dancers out of nowhere. You can constantly think, okay, now every time you're starting to think, now it's getting repetitive, then something new happens. Then there's a fire show, then there's a light show, then there's, you know, anything at all. And it's some cool effects on screen. They don't look at the best at times, but they were some of the best from yesterday, I would say. And they are a part of it and really making it a little bit elevated. The thing that really makes Cyprus really stand out and really be so huge, and also make it now the favorite to win the Eurovision Song Contest if you look at the betting odds, is the fact that it's actually such a perfect performance while still being real. It's not like Estonia. Estonia to me is too perfect. Everything about it is perfect. There's no really personality during that performance. Nothing against the vocalist from Estonia. I think this is going back to the days of like mid-2000s when this was the thing Eurovision was all about. It can be a fun thing to do. It will also be really cool to have something like this. Typically looked at fast food music win in Portugal. I'm just saying, it would be fun. Do I think it can win? Yes, I think this is actually a lot more appealing and interesting and exciting than, for example, Israel. I think Israel did an amazing job, but I've always been worried about Israel that it seems kind of like to be like Italy last year, where it's, yes, this huge and great song, but it's not going to come across that well. I gotta say, with just talking about Israel, I think Israel was crazier during the live performance than the music video, and it was so cool to see that. They both did an amazing job. I also gotta say the press conference afterwards was so awesome. So I really just think that this is just a positive thing for everyone. If Cyprus is winning, I would not be disappointed. I actually I'm not saying that that's what I'm hoping for right now, and I don't necessarily think it will happen, because I don't think it's that much of a jury song, but it's really a people song. So I'm really interested to see how this will go. I am really disappointed still about Switzerland, but I can't stop listening to Cyprus. I can't stop listening to FUEGO. The thing is that Cyprus was not the biggest grower for me yesterday. That was actually Croatia. Croatia went from being my destined last place to being my 3 overall in that semi-final. That just says something. I think that she did an amazing job. I think Croatia here has an entry they should be really proud of. Should have gone through a lot of entries that didn't make it, really deserved it. The fact Greece didn't make it, the fact you had Azerbaijan not making it, the fact you had something like Switzerland not making it, it's just crazy to me. It's just so crazy. And I gotta say, Belgium, I love Belgium. What a weird show, what a strange show. I get why it didn't make it, and I was kind of predicting that beforehand, but I think it was sabotaged by actually the show. I think that the voice, her vocal range, her ability to perform that song was really good. It's just that everything around it was so weird that it wasn't as weird as Belarus, but nothing was as weird as Belarus. What the hell did Belarus think? I don't know. But either way, what do you think about last night's semi-final? Do you think that Cyprus can win? Do you hope it wins? Or are you thinking that this is not something I want to see win? I want something like, for example, Hungary, or something like, for example, Bulgaria. They did really well too yesterday. But yeah, either way, thank you very much for tuning in. I can't wait for the semi-final tomorrow. We're gonna be talking more about that later on. But right now, have a great day, a great life. And remember to take care.